Yo, what is up, guys? Here, RealDiversity here with a video to show you guys exactly what you probably want to do to determine the build for you. Okay, so currently there is no method out right now, or in the prelude demo, there is no way to do this, but I feel as if when it comes out in the actual game, for sure attempt this. This is just a method I'm gonna just get through for now. This isn't what I'm mainly gonna be talking about, but if there is a method, and this is what I really felt like 2K should have did, yeah, 2K should have did, is they should have gave you a neutral build, and based off of the way you play in the actual mode and stuff like that, they should have shaped your player around that. So here's my my advice to you guys. For the most part, if you can, if they allow you to do this once the game is actually made, make a balanced build. Make a build that's equal on like 50-50 on everything. Currently there is no build like that in the prelude. You can't make a 50-50 settings, but if you can, when the actual game comes out, attempt this method first, and that is play with that player a little bit and see exactly what do you do most. Do you post up a lot? Do you shoot a lot? Do you look, do you feel you need more speed? Do you feel like you need this? Do you feel like you need that? And determine what you feel you need for your player before you actually make them like, okay, my player needs to be quick, he needs to be able to handle the ball, or he needs to be able to defend. Say, I feel like I can't defend well, but let me make sure he's a defender. So that way, go ahead and get a feel for your play, how you feel like you're gonna play in 2K20, and then build off of that. Don't build and then learn how to play to your player. I feel like you should build to your play style, and that feels like a better way to do it. But here we're gonna jump into this here. I'm gonna show you guys some. They have preset. Oh, I don't need to actually even type nothing in right now. I can just show you guys preset builds right here for you guys. So if you didn't notice, just press Y here once you get to this build screen, and I think my player, I think it loaded in, so I think that is me now. I think so. It still looks kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be me. That's definitely my hair right now. But anyways, okay, so like I said, so basically, and I suggest, okay guys, whatever you've been using for the past 2-3 years in 2K, continue to probably use what you're good at. So if you've always had a playmaker, please keep using handling, passing. If you've been a shooter, get a shooter. Get a finisher if you've already been a slasher. You know what I'm saying? If these builds is exactly, this is what you're gonna aim for. You really need to aim for a solid, like almost one-dimensional player if you really want the most bang for your buck. So whatever you feel like you've always been good at shooting, you've always been good at finishing, you like being a ball handler, things like that. Continue to do that. Now here's where your freedom comes. Your freedom comes with the badges. So I really enjoy these three players. I'm not per se, I don't like payment, handling, passing. That's not really my place. I'm more of a shot creator type like player, but I can still do that, especially even with this build here. But for example, these are three of my favorite players: De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie Irving, CP3. All three, I love them. They're out of all the rest of these three, I love them three probably the most. Literally have respect for all three of those players. I can't say I have respect for every single person in these builds, but so I said, man, that's just how I would like to play the game if I could play professionally like those three. And so I said, let me go with that build. And once I feel like I play best, because I feel like in my mind that's how I want to play. So I'm already thinking of what I need to do. I need to pass the ball here, I need to be looking here, I need to go straight in, I need to I'm already knowing what I want to do, and just having that build, it lets me do it. But like I said, so these are just formatted to already kind of do the work for you when it comes to giving you what you want. So I suggest you might not want to handle all that mechanical stuff. So go with a preset build, but your freedom really comes with, like I said, the badges. So if you want to be a handler, but you also want to be able to shoot the ball, give yourself catch and shoot. Give yourself some volume shooter badges. Give yourself shooting badges to make yourself a shooter. That's how you basically give yourself a subset with your badges. So you can be handling a playmaker. This is basically what this is. Playmaker, this is a sharpshooter, and this is a slasher. You can be a playmaker with a underscore shooter, sharpshooter. Playmaker sharp is what you could be with the right badges. So you have to really know what badge you want. Those badges that's why they're really probably the most important thing this year, is because they almost determine your subset of your build. If they're ever, if you want to give them like a subset, it's basically based off of your badges. So say you're a slasher and you have all like posterizer and all that type of stuff. Those badges make you pretty much a pure slasher. If I'm a playmaker and I have posterizer, which the badge is like I think called contact finishing through, it's contact something. So that badge on this card will let me poster people. It will give me basically a playmaking slasher. So that kind of helps you get a general idea. Now, if you want to tweak with the actual mechanics and stuff like that, you can go ahead, but it's gonna be a little tougher because you might not give yourself exactly what you need and things like that. So it might be a little bit iffy and all that type of stuff. So you might want to make sure you really pay attention when you're making that stuff. But like I said, my biggest suggestion though is play with a balanced build first in the position you want, and then build around that. So say you like, man, I really need to be able to get space on these step backs, so I really need to get space when I break off on this spin move and stuff like that. So you know what to upgrade and you know what badges to go ahead and try to aim for. So it pretty much helps you kind of build that around that. So I feel like that's kind of the best way to go about it, which I really feel like 2K should have just gave everyone just a balanced player, and then from just that it's like, oh well, you shoot a lot, here's volume shooter, or you play smart, you pass the ball, here's dimer. You know what I'm saying? Not like earn the badges, but kind of like give you attributes towards what you do best or what you're doing best. So I feel like that was a better way they could have did this. But I love this idea here where you can make your own build and things like that, man. And so it's so much, like I said, you can add to it. So basically my tip here is, for now in the prelude, build a preset build of some you want. So say you want a defender, and just give it badges in an area you want to kind of have like in a subset. So say you want a defender that can dunk, give them posterizing badge, acrobat badges, give them badges that help him in that. If you want him to be a playmaker, give him dimer, give him flashy passer, give him needle threader. These are some of the new badges if you don't know. If you want to be a shooter that can dunk, give them posterizer, give them stuff like that. Give them longer arms, make him taller or shorter gives them higher vertical, give them high vertical. Sometimes you can't control. I think with these presets you may not be able to control your vertical and stuff like that, but if in the actual game, if you can't get that much customization, go for that. Use these preset builds in the actual game comes out. You should be able to edit it. So I suggest use these preset builds in the actual game and then go back and like inside and edit it. So say it's already gonna have like the stats already upgraded and stuff like that for you. So just go inside and like change, like, okay, so I want him to be a taller, I want him to be a faster defender, or taller, a higher jump higher as a defender, things like that. Or I want my finisher to be faster. He don't need to be as athletic. If he's fast, he can get to the rim faster. He's obviously gonna finish through that contact because the defender won't be able to touch him in time. So you be able to really kind of change around stuff. So it really is a unique game style. But like I said, you really just kind of want to already have a general idea for what you want though, and go with a preset build, because it's gonna just kind of give you the most bang for your buck. It's gonna already kind of know what you need for you. So you just kind of you just edit the badges, and that way it really kind of helps you there. And that is my advice on that, how to get your best build and how to build for yourself right there. Is just go with that. Just go with something you know you want and build around that using the badges. And then if you kind of want to just kind of dabble and figure out what you need, like I said, go with the balance. Currently, like I said, there is no balance, like no 25-25 split between the attributes and the prelude, but it should be one. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It should be one when it comes time for the actual game. So test it out, use a balanced build in any position you want, then just be like, man, I actually need this. I need him to be better at shooting. I don't really need this much on defense, and you better balance or tell what exactly you want from that. So if this video helped you guys, please hit that like button, please subscribe. We're gonna be dropping content all 2K20. We're just really getting started. Like I said, I just dropped a 40-point video, and actually after this goes off, I will go and attempt another video with my handling passing build. I'm gonna try to get a double, so I'm gonna probably upload that video. And so guys, check that out too. So like I said, if this helps around, please hit the like button, please subscribe, leave a comment if this was helpful, and we're out. Peace.